Hey coin collectors, on the Big D, and we have the 1942 S and P and D and blank. That's of course a Philadelphia also. These big letters here, wartime nickels. From 1942 until 1945, the United States produced some nickels. In fact, all the nickels after 1942 were a 35% silver mix. In 1942, we'll see that they produced both the copper nickel and the nickel with the silver and manganese in it. It turned out that nickel and copper were valuable in the war effort. These ones here were 75% copper. They could use the copper and the nickel in these better in the war effort than they could silver, which is a little bit softer, and you don't use it for artillery shells. Halfway through 1942, they switched over to a silver mix. So here's the 1942. They made 50 million of these without the mint mark. So if you want to get one of these, you can probably get it for well under $1. I showed you another smaller mint mark. When the D is down here, you know that it's non-silver again. Only about 14 million of these were made. If you can get this uncirculated, talking about $26. In later 1942, they came out with the S and the P of silver, which you see here. Every nickel that you see that has the P on the top like this is silver. What about the D? Well, in 1942, they didn't have a Denver Mint silver. So the only D you're going to find in 1942 is on the copper nickel ones. How many of the silver ones did they make? The P, they made 57.8 million, and the S they made 32.9 million. These ones, they made plenty of them. These again are not rare. They have about $1 in bullion in them. All right, well that's all we have today. Love to have you subscribe to the Big D Coin channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.